And hello, one and all, and welcome to my weekly review for this week's edition of NXT. We're going to take a look at what took place on last night's edition of NXT, the March 9th edition. And overall, despite there only being one match, wow, what can I say? Sami Zayn versus Samoa Joe in a 2 out of 3 falls match. Both guys went out there and they put on one hell of a match, and it went pretty much the full length of this episode as it deserved to, and from start to finish, just just a great match from two great performers in the ring. So that was not all that was announced on this show. We're gonna get right into it. So we kick things off. General Manager William Regal makes his way to the ring, and he officially announces that instead of suspending Baron Corbin, Austin Aries asked Regal for a match. So it's going to be at NXT Takeover Dallas, Baron Corbin versus Austin Aries. So that should be a good match for Takeover Dallas. Looking forward to that. And then we go right into it. The 2 out of 3 falls match. I believe this match went probably, 40 to 45 minutes. It was a great match. Glad it got the time it needed. These guys told an incredible story in the ring from start to finish. My words obviously can't do it justice, so if you have the network, watch NXT. Just a great freaking match. Like I said, this was a very hard-hitting, a very physical match between Sami Zayn and Samoa Joe, and definitely their best match that they've had to date out of their series of matches. And right off the bat, this was a hard-hitting match, and Joe was able to maintain control of this match early on, and he was really able to, wear down Sami Zayn with the punches, kicks, the headlocks, hitting the elbow. I mean, Sami showed some fire, and he did throughout the entire match. It really was a never say die attitude from Sami Zayn, and that's what I love about him. And I'm excited and hopeful for his transition to the main roster. He can really fulfill, that underdog role that was left open, since Daniel Bryan has retired. And I hopefully see a bright future ahead for Sami Zayn on the main roster, but he has some unfinished work ahead of him, at least until Takeover Dallas. I could see that being his last show for NXT, but he's certainly going to go out in style. Like I said, this match, it was just wow. It was a slow pace at times, but it worked. They didn't, try and hit a bunch of spot after spot after spot. No, they kept, the selling was good. They took a long time to get to the first fall, and Joe was able to pick up the first fall after he hit the Muscle Buster. So that was how he was able to get that. There was a really nice spot where Sammy was able to get out of Joe's, I believe it was his first attempt on the Muscle Buster, and he was able to flip over top of Joe and counter that. There was another nice spot where Sammy went through the top rope, through the ropes, and hit a DDT on Joe onto the outside, so that was really good. Really good spot right there from Sammy. And like I said, despite being down a fall, Sammy was not going to give up. He took a ton of punishment in this match. Joe really laid a beating on him in this match, but the reason why we love Sami Zayn so much is he's not going to stop. And later on in the match, Sammy was able to, here's how it went down. Joe rolled to the outside, and he took Joe out with the over the top rope DDT. Joe is back in the ring, and Sammy is able to get the Koji clutch on Joe and make him tap out. So that really came out of nowhere. So we're tied at one fall apiece. Then they keep trading punches. They're going back and forth, left and right. Sammy was able to hit a surprising sunset flip bomb, power bomb, sunset flip bomb on Joe, but Joe kicked out. And then later on towards the match, Joe was able to turn Sammy's Boston Crab into a crossface, and then he was able to turn that into a modified Ring of Saturn Rings of Saturn, excuse me. So there was a lot of good counters, a lot of good near falls, a lot of getting out of submissions, because they had plenty of time in there to tell a great story in the ring. Like I said, Joe hit some hard chops on Sammy. Sammy was able to, he eventually fell over into the outside the ring, and Joe hit him in the head really hard, and Sammy took a hard beating on the mat, and then the ref almost counted him out. Sammy made it back in at the count of 9. Sammy gets back up there, tries to get the coquina clutch again on Joe. Joe's able to get to the ropes, break it. I thought maybe he'll make Samoa Joe tap out. They actually got me to think that was going to happen, but that was not the case. However, Sammy looks like he's going to set Joe up for the haluva kick, but Joe is able to get out of the way of that. Joe is finally able to lock in the coquina clutch, and Sammy passes out. So instead of making Sammy look weak, they still kept him looking moderately strong with the submission by Joe. Therefore, Joe wins the second fall and is your new number 1 contender to face Finn Balor at NXT TakeOver Dallas. Excited for that match. Hopefully they add a stipulation to it. Most likely they will, because NXT, there's a level of progression. They have a singles match, then you add a stipulation onto that. So this card for NXT TakeOver Dallas is really shaping up well. We already have Baron Corbin versus Austin Aries. Should be a good match. We're definitely going to get Bayley versus Asuka for the Women's Championship. Could be a match of the year candidate right there. Probably will be. Then you're going to have probably Shinsuke Nakamura versus Sami Zayn. And then Balor versus Joe. So those 4 matches right there, I'm sold on this card. This NXT TakeOver Dallas card is going to be sick. I cannot wait for it. April 1st cannot come soon enough. Then you have the tag title match. Looking forward. Hopefully we get a 3-way dance between the American Alpha, Dash and Dawson, and Enzo and Big Cass. We'll see where they go with that. So that's 5 matches right there. And just NXT. Really great episode tonight. I'm giving it an A. A+. How can you not? I mean, this match was fantastic. Definitely go watch it. If you have the WWE Network, check it out. So those are my thoughts on last night's episode of NXT. Let me know down in the comment section below what you all thought of last night's episode of NXT. Always enjoy getting that feedback. Thank you all for watching this video. Please click that like and subscribe button for more video content. Tomorrow, stay tuned for my Lucha Underground review and my preview and predictions video for WWE Roadblock on Saturday. Look for my review sometime, hopefully on Sunday for the Roadblock show. And a lot of stuff coming up. And then this Monday, Raw is going to be in Pittsburgh, and I will be live in attendance for that. So can't wait for that. That should be awesome. You're going to have a ton of talent advertised for that. Got Styles, probably Sami Zayn, Jericho, Lesnar, Undertaker, Shane, Triple H. It's hopefully shaping up to be a really good Raw. So a lot of content coming to this channel. So once again, thank you all for watching. And with that, I will see you in my next video. Peace.